Hey everyone. So recently I was able to do some education and training on main drain tests for sprinkler systems. And there's this misconception, I think, from a lot of people in the industry and on main drain tests and when they're required. So I just wanted to break it down real quickly. And I think a big part of this actually comes from the documentation perspective in hospitals. So Joint Commission EC 02.03.05 EP9 requires that annual main drain tests of all sprinkler systems are performed. But they reference NFPA 2011 edition. We follow the 2011 edition because CMMS adopted the NFPA 101 2012 edition as the primary reference for healthcare, and it references the 2011 edition. And the standard, though, all standards reference back to a code somewhere, right? A code or a standard. And this one references chapter 13.2.5, which is the main drain test section for NFPA 2011. And in that section, it says, yes, you have to do it annually, but there's a caveat there. 13.2.5.1 says where the sole water supply is through a backflow preventer, then you have to do a main drain test quarterly. That's right, quarterly. And the reason for that is that backflow preventers were actually designed to be for domestic water systems. So and the sprinkler systems, we're not moving water in there every day. So the backflow preventer doesn't get the exercise, doesn't get exercise the same way that domestic water system does. So the purpose of it quarterly for backflow preventers is to make sure that the backflow preventer is being exercised. And so that's one thing, that's the code also requires in 13.3.3.4 to any time that you close a control valve for the system, then you open it back up, the main control valve. Anytime you close the main control valve, then you have to do the main drain test. And the reason why is to confirm that control valve is open. And so that's the other side of this. So why do we do the main drain test, though? What's the purpose of it? Well, so the purpose is to confirm that the water supply still meets the system demand, because we hydraulically calculate these systems, or pipe schedule back in the olden days. And the purpose of it is to make sure that our demand still meets, or still is getting the same supply, because things change. As you add new buildings to an area in a city, then the water supply changes, the pressures change. Sometimes we have to add pumps to the city to make sure that the city pressure and supply is still the same. So code says that when you have a 10% reduction in your main drain test compared to your previous results, preferably the original if you have it. If not, you have to trend this over time. But then you have to investigate. It does not say that the system is impaired. You have to investigate what the issue is. Figure out if there is a water supply issue. And if so, then and only then is when the system is impaired. So that's a lot about main drains. There's a lot of information. I'll drop all of it down in the comments down below for reference. But until next time, happy learning.